Hey everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Bumper to Bumper, the only podcast that takes place inside of a vehicle. Two vehicles, that is. I'm Rick Darge, and my partner in crime is Chris Candy. We'll be doing this podcast as we sit in LA traffic and interviewing guests, and this is the very first one. So let's get right to it. I'm going to give our buddy Chris a call, and we're going to bring him into the podcast right now. So we're calling him up.
Hello. Hello.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, Chris Candy.
Is this Rick Darge?
This is me, the one and only Rick Darge.
Amazing.
You know, we can't be spontaneous about it because we have all this audio equipment and GoPros filming.
It can't.
So it's like, you know, this is very planned, but we're acting like it's not planned.
It's not like Jerry and comedians in cars getting coffee. It's
a totally.
Hey, Michael
new
Richards,
thing,
you want to get some coffee? Of course.
Yeah.
Get in this car I picked out for you, and we're gonna drive around town. Love that show, by the way.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about Jerry's show. Let's talk about our show,
Okay.
Chris, okay? I don't want to talk about Jerry Seinfeld right now.
Okay.
He's got enough money in the bank. He's got plenty of cars.
Okay.
We're not getting coffee, even though I am drinking a cold brew from Vita Coffee, one of the best.
Well, I'm going to get a coffee. I'm definitely going to get a coffee.
So, let's, being that this is the first episode, I don't even know what my intro sounded like, but, you know, you need to have an intro. This first episode of Bumper to Bumper, we don't have any guests.
No guests. No.
We are each other's guests.
Yes.
In this, so maybe describe, because they've heard about, you know, enough of my voice so far, but can you describe to our listening audience what is this podcast about, and maybe tell them about some of the rules that you and I have imposed on ourselves to make this a successful podcast.
Okay, so Bumper to Bumper is basically Rick and I would always call each other and have these like long phone conversations with each other while we were sitting in traffic. And to myself, and Rick included, it always seemed like a huge waste of time. And I've been always nudged to do a podcast for a long time, and I haven't found the time to do one until Rick and I came up with the idea to do this. So basically, Bumper to Bumper is a podcast where we get to talk to each other while we're sitting in like terrible LA traffic during the worst time of day. We're at 4:30 right now, and both of us are going to our destinations. I'm off to go to band practice right now with my band. And Rick, where are you going?
I'm headed into my office right now. I have an office in Los Feliz, a little production office.
Okay.
For my production company. I do film and TV commercial stuff. And I'm driving in. I got a late start today. Went out to a little screening last night, showed some of my work, and, you know, had a little bit too many drinks.
Oh, really?
Really? Look at this idiot right here. Are you kidding me? You can't just pull. The thing that I love about this podcast is not only do we get to talk about our days and our nights, but I get to comment on all of the moronic drivers. And, of course, I'm the best driver in LA. No one compares to me.
Yeah, you are the best.
Yeah, so this podcast is kind of structured around whenever Chris and I have to go and, run an errand or go do something. Yeah. And whoever gets to their destination first gets to end the podcast.
Yeah, that's how it works. That is true. So you had a big night last night, huh?
It was a pretty fun night. There is a little film screening that this curator in town named Brooke Wise, she puts it on. It's called Aloha from Hell.
Ooh.
And this was the third year, and they're all kind of spooky, horror comedy themed videos. And it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. Everything was around 5 minutes a piece per short film. So, you know, if you didn't like something, you could move on to the next thing. You weren't going to be tortured.
Right.
There's nothing worse than going to a film festival and you're watching something that's 25 minutes long, and it's just the most dramatic piece of crap that you've ever seen in your life. And you want it to end, you want to tear out your eyeballs, and you can't because you need your eyeballs.
And there were none of those there last night. It was all really well curated.
No, it was very well curated, and like I said, they were all like 5 minutes each, so you kind of just zip through them.
Yeah.
But I think we should talk about maybe a little bit about our backgrounds, because there might be a kid in Saskatchewan that's listening to this. Where is Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan's in Canada.
Oh shit! Where in Canada?
It's like central Canada.
Let's get right to it. You're from Canada, Chris. Tell us about yourself.
My mamma mia. My name's Chris, and let's say, what do I got to say here? Yeah, no, I've known Rick for a long time. I'm an actor, musician. The practice I'm going to is for my band Choto Ghetto. We're playing Gainesville, Florida this weekend, I mean, by the time this comes out, we'll have already played it, but...
You've already played, yeah.
But we do have a record that comes out tomorrow that will be out when this podcast comes out, called Wildfire, so you can get that on Spotify and stuff. And it's a band I've been doing.
Okay.
What? I'm
just plugging your band.
I'm plugging my band on the podcast, all right? No, I've been doing that for 14 years, and that's actually how I met Rick. Our friend Fletcher introduced us, because Rick and Fletch worked on a shoot together, and then... we ended up getting you to do some music videos for us. You did these awesome music videos for the band.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
I know, it's been forever. And through the process of doing the band, I started acting. I've been acting since I was a kid in like high school things and in plays, and the sun is right in my eyes.
Me too.
That's terrible.
We're both going west.
We're going west. But it's when Rick and I really became buds was... about, what was it, 5 years ago, I had a short film up at the Napa Valley Film Festival, and Rick, you had a film up there as well, too. And
I did.
We met that night, and you were saying that you were going to have an improv group starting, a practice team, and then I was like, I'm down, because I was doing improv, and we were the best on the team. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just
Make
kidding.
sure our other team members don't listen to this. Yeah, we did
I'm
improv
totally kidding.
For about
No,
2
we had
years.
some amazing people on the team. We had seriously, Stuart McLeod, the amazing performer, and his wife Jenny
Stuart's
Mueller.
a cool guy.
Stuart's
yeah,
very cool.
Stuart is we're going to get him on the podcast Bumper to Bumper soon. He's quite the successful executive producer, magician. If you've seen that show Magic for Humans on Netflix, he's one of the EPs on there. And EP is a little lingo that we like to use in the biz that means executive producer.
Did we tell you that this is going to be biz talk? Talking about the biz.
No, it's not going to be biz. I hate biz talk. You know what's funny is we're both in this stupid biz called the film industry, which is just a racket.
Whoa, what the fuck are you doing? What?
Exactly.
I got a green light, you psycho. And
Man,
I'm in Beverly Hills, and
literally
a woman in a Rolls Royce almost hit me. Now, I don't know who's stupider.
Beverly Hills is one of... What?
I don't know who's stupider, the guy doing the podcast in his car or the woman who almost ran into me. Not quite sure.
Hey, look, it's episode 1. This is our first one.
Yeah.
We've never done any other episodes besides this one. And, we're getting our bearings.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm more worried. We've got these nice, Shure... SMB7, whatever the hell microphones. Our buddy Fletch, he's an audio wizard. He told us to get these mics. I think I'm sounding pretty good. I'm more worried that this mic is going to go through my brainstem if I ever get into an accident. Knock on wood. I got to knock on wood. I got a nice little Audi car, and it's got wood trim.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
I'm not saying anything like that because I'm in a nice Japanese Subaru car, and there's no wood.
Oh, wait. Subaru is Japanese?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I thought Subaru was Australian.
No, Subaru is Japanese. Everyone thinks they're Australian because of Paul Hogan from Crocodile Dundee.
Oh.
And they kind of campaigned themselves as this Australian brand.
Yeah, I thought they were Australian, like Australian for car.
Can you do
Foster's?
Can you do an Australian accent right now?
Mate, here I am in my Subaru. I'm going around town, mate. Everything flushes backwards, mate. I'm standing on the upside.
Hello, mate.
Dude,
how you doing?
All of my British accents just go to like Cockney, just bad.
Well, Rick and I were in London for a film festival. We love film festivals. We're addicted to them. We were there for our short film Chowchilla, and they're already turning Beverly Hills into a Christmas village. What is going on?
Are they?
Yeah, it's like already Christmased out here. What is going on? It's
okay.
too
I'm gonna talk to the listening audience right now.
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
One-on-one. Rick to the listening audience. So this podcast we're recording right now, by the time you hear it, it's gonna be a few weeks old. Because let me tell you something. We did a little research about how to make a podcast, and anyone can make a podcast. Anybody can make a podcast.
Anyone can do
They
it.
don't check, but you have to have 3 episodes complete before you can submit your podcast to be approved by the iTunes, Spotify gods.
Yeah.
So we're like in a weird time. We're not going to tell you what date it is right now.
No. But you could deduce.
Because you could deduce based on the fact that we're about to go into daylight savings time. But anyway,
we're not gonna get into what you're gonna be for these first couple episodes. You're gonna be in a little bit of a vortex, all right, and just enjoy the frickin' vortex, all right. It's very rare that you get to be in a vortex.
Let's talk about.
Okay, mate.
Let's talk about daylight savings. What are you doing? You're just gonna come in and you're not gonna look at me. Why do you give me some eye? You know what I hate?
What?
When someone pulls in front of you, they don't give you eye contact. This guy's literally 10 feet away from me. He can look at me in the eye, and I'll say, yes, sir, you can get in front of me. At least he's got his blinker on. He's driving a CRV. He's got his arm out. Just look at me. I'm a human. Let's see if he's going to look at me. Anyway, daylight savings time, Chris. What do you...
I hate it. It's stupid.
Why do we do it?
I don't know. I get into a rhythm.
We don't need to take away an hour. We don't need to take away another hour.
We're getting an hour this time. We're getting an extra hour of sleep. Okay?
Are we?
Yeah, isn't that how it works?
Well, it's gonna start getting dark at 2 p.m. This guy doesn't even look at me. Come on in.
Oh yeah, like imagine right now it would be 3:30.
Yes, that's
too dark.
It's not.
That sucks.
So we're trying to do this podcast in the daytime.
I'm a summer darling. I'm a summer darling.
Oh
myself.
Man, I love summer. It gets night out at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
You got pina coladas. They're flowing like waterfalls in a tropical rainforest.
I did. I had a pina colada with you in London. Always back to London with me.
Did we have a pina colada?
We did. Remember that tiki bar with Garen?
Oh,
remember?
yeah,
the big old pineapples filled with pina colada. I like saying
Chris
pina.
and I,
Pina colada.
we made a short film with our friend Garen. Chris and Garen. Garen is a woman, by the way. She's got an interesting name. Is that Gaelic? Her name?
Garen? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to have her on the podcast.
We'll have to have her on the pod. But anyway, Chris and Garen, they wrote a really fun dark comedy. I directed it, and we shot it in the city of Chowchilla.
Yep.
It's a 16.5-minute little short fun film.
It should be
pure entertainment.
It should be out by the time this is out.
Oh yeah, we're always speaking in past future tense. But anyway,
but it's all right.
Yeah, it got into this film festival called Rain Dance.
Yeah,
which is like
that
the
one
Sundance.
real well.
It's like the Sundance of Britain, and it was fun. It was like we were there for 10 days, and it was a good time. We ate a lot of food. We took lifts. And they don't have lifts there. We took Ubers everywhere.
It was one of the most expensive trips I've ever been on in my entire life. And
I looked at my bank account and I was like, "Oh, that was fun."
Oh my
spent all that money.
Yeah, you spend the money. Oh, how's the sun doing in your eyes right now?
The sun is blasting in my face right now.
Am I allowed to wear sunglasses on this on the podcast?
You can do whatever you want, Chris. Okay? You're your own person. I'm not your authoritative figure here.
I know.
This
I'm
is
just
a joint
asking.
effort.
I'm asking. Look, Rick, you're a director. All right, you're very efficient. Very
efficient. I'm like a butcher.
Yeah, you
cutting the meats.
You cut the meats. Well, I will tell you right now that LA is on fire. Because by the time this podcast comes out, it'll probably still be on fire. There's so many
my God. We got to stop saying by the time this podcast comes out.
Okay, I'm
sorry.
We're
in the eternal present moment of now.
All right, now there's a lot of fires. There's a lot of fires.
You know what's weird?
What?
It seems like the past 3 or 4 or 5 years, there's been bad fires in California every single fall season. What's up with that? It's not always been like that.
No, it's because of it's global warming, man.
Is it global warming,
Well, it's
or
because-
is it energy weapons being directed back towards us by the government in order to level the playing field, rebuy that property?
Wait.
Keep it.
Wait. Are you?
It's a land grab.
It's a land grab.
I mean, I don't know.
All I'm gonna say.
I don't-
Oh, the sun is. I don't know how anyone's gonna watch this. By the way, you're able to watch the podcast on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
You got to mention that
that's right. We didn't even
part.
tell people.
You can
So
listen
we got
to it
this.
here.
We've got all this nice. What?
Go ahead. Huh?
We've got all this fancy audio gear because obviously it's a podcast. It's meant to be listened to.
Yeah.
But we have the added element
Putting on
that makes this a
sunglasses.
lot of fun because we're not in the same room right now. We're not even in. We're in totally different cars, and you wouldn't be able to know that unless you tuned in to our YouTube channel, Bumper to Bumper, and checked it out. We're shooting on little GoPros,
Oh, these are good.
and what are you talking about? What's
My
going on over there
sunglasses.
with
I'm
you?
putting the glasses on. I'm tired of.
I'm about to put my glasses on because it's starting to. You know what? I'm gonna get. I haven't eaten all day. I'm gonna get a little bit of food right now.
Where are you gonna go?
I'm going to. I know a lot of people hate this restaurant, but it's got pretty good chicken. It's called Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God!
Have you heard of it? Have you heard of
I
it?
know it pretty well. I know it pretty well.
But you don't eat chicken, do you?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
You're a vegetarian. That's cool.
Thanks, Rick. You're.
Well, I support it.
I know you
I'm
do.
not gonna-
You know what I like about you, Rick, is you are a very open-minded
Oh
guy.
my God.
What?
Okay, here I'm about to get hit by cars. Thank you, everyone.
I can't.
Thank you for letting me through.
This is incredibly dangerous. Also, the point of this podcast is for us to be in traffic. I am zipping through town right now.
Are you? I'm stuck in traffic right now at the Chick-fil-A, waiting to get some chicken.
It's not traffic if you're in line at a drive-through.
It's kind of traffic. This is a bad drive-through line. I am not that excited. Sorry, I can't.
I'm going
help
through
you.
the
There's a guy.
illustrious Wilshire Corridor, they call this. The Wilshire Corridor. Wilshire Corridor looks a lot like another city. It doesn't look like L.A. It kind of looks like maybe Chicago, but not really.
Wow.
What?
What I'm seeing right now is really bad. It's like pile up of cars. Everyone's trying to get their chicken. There's a gentleman who looks very well dressed, and he's on the corner, and he wrote on a piece of lined paper with a little Bic pen. It says, "Please help."
Huh.
And it's like a notepad. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, what part of town are you in?
Me? I'm in, where am I?
You're in Bev?
I'm in
Bev Hills?
Westwood. I'm in Westwood now. I'm coming into
Oh.
Westwood. I might get to this practice space really quick. I'm gonna get a coffee. I don't want to end the podcast too early, so I'm gonna get a coffee.
No. When we were talking about this podcast, we were like, these episodes will probably last around 30 to 45 minutes because that's typically how long it takes
Yeah.
for you to get across town is that amount of time.
Now I live in the middle. I live in the middle of the city, and I like living in the middle of the city because I can get anywhere. I can get to the west side, get to the east side, and that's a fun fact about me. What an interesting podcast this is.
Yeah, I don't know who our listening audience. I feel like it's gonna be our moms,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be it.
Say hi to your mom.
Both of our moms support us.
Oh,
completely.
very
I mean,
much.
we
Yeah,
could-
yeah. Your mom's great.
That whatever we do, they're just like they're down with it.
Yeah.
But an audience, a fan base. I don't know who's gonna listen to this. I don't really know. This is episode 1. You got to start somewhere. I mean, Thomas Edison started with 1 follower. Wow, what is this idiot doing? Wow, so many impatient people in this town.
Yeah.
They can't just wait. I'm in line for Chick-fil-A. Okay, they make great sandwiches. They don't like gay people, but they make great sandwiches.
Yeah, but how can you support them if they're like that?
Because they're right here, they're on my drive home, and I need to get some food in my belly, and I don't have time to go to a healthy place. Where am I supposed to go? You think McDonald's are a bunch of saints? They're bad people. They're all bad people. Let me tell you something. Everyone's bad. You got the Red Cross giving blood to vampires.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know, I'm just making shit up.
Yeah, I know you are. I'm going to try and find I'm in traffic now. I'm gonna try and find a Starbucks because they're saints, right? And a coffee bean. I love coffee bean.
Here. I'm driving through. I'm on a podcast right now. It's pretty cool. Can I get you got those chicken tenders? I just want the tenders.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
4 is good.
Your drink.
No drink. Just this.
Any salsa?
Let's do a honey mustard and a ranch.
Why don't you get a seasoned curly?
Your name, please.
They don't have seasoned curlies. Do you have seasoned curlies?
I don't.
They don't, no.
Waffle.
I'll do the waffle fries. Let's do it. Why
Medium
not?
large, sir.
Let's do a medium.
Yeah, and
My name's Rick.
Anything else?
That's it.
We can help you.
Thanks.
Great day.
Appreciate it. Bumper to bumper. Here we go.
I just-
Getting food at the drive-thru.
I went and saw Tenacious D last night, and you ordering that reminded me of the sketch that they had.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Chris, I have a bit of a issue going on.
What do you got?
Well, my GoPro just stopped recording. I'm gonna start recording again.
Oh.
Okay, there's a lot of technical issues. I'm gonna do a little clap because in the movie business, you know what? I don't have to do a clap
You
because
don't.
it'll just sync back up.
It'll sync back up.
Anyway, we lost me. I don't know what's going on. This is I feel like we should tell our audience kind of the
What?
technical issues. I mean, we should tell them. We're acting like this is the first one. This is the very first, right? This is not the first.
This isn't the first one. We've done.
This is not the first
we've
bumper
done-
to bumper.
This is when it gets real.
2, 4. We've done 4 episodes and we've had to throw them all away.
Well, hold on. In all fairness, the first 2 were totally usable. Just the audio was really bad.
No, they weren't. No. The first episode we did was complete trash because
Oh, it was in darkness
we made
too.
Well, no, it wasn't a dark. We made the mistake of when you talk to someone, you talk to them on Bluetooth. So we made the mistake of
that's right.
routing our voices through our car stereo system.
Yeah, that's.
And there's a slight delay with the phone, so it was a syncing nightmare. So we couldn't sync the sound and the picture together. Everything was off, and we were just like, this isn't worth salvaging. We have to do it. And plus, we were using like crappy little, lav mics that were clipped to our shirts, and we weren't using the proper gear.
Yeah.
And then, we did a couple other.
And then we did
the last one.
The last one was by far the funniest because we did a test and tested out this current rig that you're witnessing now, and it was great.
So we're using like some really nice audio. We're using the same microphones as Joe Rogan, the podcast king. Everyone uses these mics because they're dynamic mics that cancel out like surrounding sounds, and they just make your voice sound very velvety and smooth. And so we were like, let's test it out. And then we did our podcast. We had a lot of gold. We did a lot of fun. we covered a lot of good topics here. And tell us what happened, Chris.
We get back, and needless to say, there was no audio in my recorder that was recording. And as we looked back at the tape, I forgot to plug the XLR cable into.
So there's an XLR cable that goes in, and Chris forgot it. Fair enough. I've been pretty good without the technical issues. We just had a technical issue right now where the GoPro went off. I don't know why it went off.
Well, now I got a checklist. The best part is Rick gave me a checklist, so I'm going to hold it up here now.
Yeah.
And I got.
So let me just say, like,
and I'm doing
exactly.
good. Everything's recording.
Chris has a check. It's good.
Yeah,
We got to
doing great.
periodically check. Look, all those guys that do podcasts and
They
a
have
nice
teams.
little
They have teams of people.
They're in a comfortable air-conditioned studio.
Yeah.
We are in our cars.
Yeah.
We're handling the technicalities ourselves, and we're trying to keep ourselves safe by not crashing into someone, and we are in the middle of traffic. This is some high-stress environment.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of moving parts.
We're gonna have little flubs here and there. We're gonna keep this going, keep the podcast going.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about Bohemian Grove a little bit more.
Is your camera back up?
Yeah, it's back up. I just hit record. If that ever happened, I don't know why it happened. I've got a full battery. It just like went off. So hopefully the other clip is there. I feel like maybe we got to do 10 of these before we get to the real one.
No, this is the one. I got a good sense.
This is the first one.
This
I
is
got
the
a good
first
feeling
one.
too.
Um,
So Chris, tell us what's on your mind. What's going on in your world? What are you thinking about these days? I want to know.
These days, I
know about you. What's going on?
Let's see here. I'm getting ready to release the record. High stress getting the record out just because I want to make sure it rolls out nicely. But I'm doing good. It'll launch tonight.
Hey, yeah.
So interested.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's interesting. So I got
tell me about you, Chris, and then let me shovel some chicken in my face. Okay.
Well, I'm on the podcast right now, and I'm trying to keep talking. I'm going to move my Chick-fil-A bag over here.
So I got that. I've been thinking about that a lot, and then we were going off to Florida this weekend to play a show at the Fest in Gainesville, and that's going to be a lot of fun. All the punk rockers are down there, and this is our 6th time playing it. So I'm really excited to get out there and do that. And
tell us about your band. How would you describe your band for people that don't know? What Choto Ghetto's about.
Choto Ghetto is like it's like
Rick. So I'm paying for my meal. Thank you.
Huh?
Go. Keep talking about it.
I know Choto Ghetto. This is the. Well, I keep talking about it when this is the gold. Choto Ghetto is like a.
You do. Okay, go ahead, keep talking.
I
had to say thank you.
Okay, yeah. We're this very fast, technical, punk rock and roll, fusion type band. It's really influenced by a lot of different types of music. I really love like Faith No More and the Bad Brains, and I love Mars Volta, but Mars Volta is a really big influence for other guys in the band. But we're all pulled from different areas. We all have kind of a punk rock ethos, but Fletcher and I listen to a bunch of different types of punk, and then some similar stuff. And then Chris, the guitar player, he listens to, he grew up in Detroit, so he knew all of these like Detroit artists. And by that I mean like Kid Rock and
he knows Kid Rock?
No, but he would just listen to like Limp Bizkit and like Kid Rock and like Detroit radio rock. And so that influence somehow got in there too. And then our drummer, this guy Jody, who's awesome, he's just got these amazing chops. Fletcher and him went to school together, and they've got these. He's just an amazing drummer. He currently plays for the band Haim.
Haim.
Yeah. Let me pick that name up and put it on the dashboard here. And then Justin, the new guitar player, he's got this awesome, really cool indie sound, and he brought this really cool new guitar tone to the band. So really happy with that, with the new record. And we're gonna go out there and play that, and then the following week I'm gonna go up to San Francisco and then Hawaii for some shows with my friend Mike Park and his band, the Bruce Lee Band. And in that band I'll just be playing trumpet, and that I'm really excited about. That's just gonna be super smooth.
We had Mike Park on one of our Lost episodes.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll air like 30 seconds of the Lost episodes.
So the reason why that was a good one. We'll get Mike on again.
Yeah, Mike's easy to get.
It was another technicality issue. We were using 2 different mics, and it just didn't
add up.
Nobody knows like that how much shit is involved when you try to do anything creative in this world. Even if you're painting a painting, you got to go to the store, you got to buy the paints, you got to buy the brushes, you got to buy the canvas.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to test out the paint. What kind of paint do you want? You want oil paint? You want
watercolor?
I just spit all over my microphone.
Oh God.
You want the watercolor.
Yeah, exactly. What are you looking for?
So speaking about the creative process, like when you write a song, how does that go about? Like I've always wondered, because I don't do anything music. I know what I like, but how does a song like go from an idea to completion? Like explain that to me. Like explain like how that comes to be. Like who writes the lyrics? How does that happen? How do you come up with a riff? Where does it start? Does it change every time?
It changes from time to time. This one has been more collaborative. A lot of songs come in as like ideas, riffs, like a strumming pattern on the guitar or a couple notes here and there. Maybe it's a whole song that someone in the band was able to demo out, and they're like, this is the song. And then usually it starts off in like a demo phase, so you kind of build it that way. The other way you do it is you get into the studio and you jam it out and you write it there. But this last record, we were building it piece by piece. Just because everyone's so busy, it's hard to get everyone in the same room.
So what do you mean like piece by piece? So you'll like write the lyrics?
So like I wrote on this one I wrote like 4 guitar riffs that ended up getting into being developed by the rest of the band into like a further song, a bigger piece. Or we said, oh, this is the same key as something that Justin had or Fletcher had, and we blend them together. And then we started working on it in February, I think. And then so because everyone's schedule, it takes time to get everything going, but we eventually got it to release phase. And lyrics, same thing. I'll come up with lyrics, and then Fletcher might filter them, or he'll have full ideas, or I'll have full ideas. It's pretty collaborative at this point. And we recorded at my mom's place over on the west side, and we did it all ourselves because we all went to school for sound design. And oddly enough, I know what I'm doing.
You went to school for sound design?
Yeah, and I still didn't plug the microphone in last night. That's it's interesting though, because like you are right. There's it's like I used to be a guitar tech for this guy Donovan Frankenreiter, and I worked for him and my friend Tito, and there I fully understood like why you need help from people to do these things. It's awesome when people can do them on their own and be self-sufficient and rad like us, and that's super cool unto itself. But God, it's so nice when there's like 2 people running your sound and loading in your gear, because it's a total team effort to get the show off the ground.
Of course.
But
I mean, we only have so much energy,
But I will say
day.
That's what I love about you, Rick, and the guys in the band, and is the DIY ethic of just getting it done. Even if that involves a bunch of extra steps and doing a to-do list and a checklist and all that stuff, just to get it to work so we can get this product out to people is cool. I think. I don't know. Why not?
Yeah, and it can be a little rough around the edges. I'm eating potato wedges right now. I don't give a shit.
I love
eat.
I love how I'm giving my whole creative life story. I mean, that's just the music side. We can go into the acting side whenever you want, people, but we're going to save that for some other time.
Well, no, I was just curious about the music thing, because that's how, when I first met you, it was through music. It wasn't through acting.
Yeah.
And I've always been curious about how, like, a song becomes a song.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Other bands do it differently, but each band is unique to themselves. But for us, that's how it's been. But it's similar to like working on a movie. There's just like a bunch of people doing various parts, and it ends up being a very calculated, collaborative process.
I mean, that's like on a set, there's like a minimum. You can do it all yourself, but if you do it for too long, you're going to get burnt out. You need support. You need people that are running the sound and running camera and running, changing lenses. And
do you ever get scared when you drive across a train track?
No.
Well, I do.
I never get scared. Why?
Well, what if there's a runaway train?
A runaway train?
That's an irrational
fear. That doesn't make any sense.
No, I always clock my irrational fears whenever I have like a little bit of a fear.
Huh.
What about the song Runaway Train? Runaway train never going back.
No, don't sing it, because we're going to get copyright.
Oh, fuck.
Flag.
I can't do that?
Yeah, dude. No, don't ever sing a song. Don't ever do that.
Really?
Because YouTube has crazy algorithms that go in there and they sweep through. Yeah.
Oh.
A couple of months ago, there were like people getting taken down. Like having their whole channel demonetized. Yes. It's scary, man.
Hey, are we going to get money from doing this podcast? Because we're going to rake it.
I hope we get some money, because like Papa needs to buy a house,
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about artificial intelligence? And because I am a conspiracy guy.
You are.
But I'm not one of those psychopaths that's like living in my basement with my tinfoil hat.
No, you're
I
not.
like to be
back in the sun.
I like to consider all options.
Yeah.
And for me, it's fun to think about like, weird conspiracy theories, because that's just like imaginative, and it's just fun to think about what if life is not all that meets the eye. And
right.
I always have this thought about artificial intelligence. We have like Siri and Google and these like robotic voices. It's like, hello, I am Siri. And it's like, it's meant to sound
Siri
like a piece of
sound
shit.
like
Well, it still sounds robotic.
Right.
So I have this weird belief, like, what if AI is way more advanced than we could ever, dream of? Like, what if we're
Well, isn't
so
that
far
true?
advanced, the general public has no idea?
But that's a true thing? Doesn't the military, like, they have the real AI and then, like, they slowly start, like...
Well, it's not true. We don't know. They haven't told us. But yeah, the general consensus is that the military is generally 50 years advanced to what we have now.
Really?
So the tech that we have now, they had back in the
that's
1969, 1970.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's
So who knows
That's
what they
exactly
got?
what I was telling you, and you just said no, and then you.
Well, no, because you were saying you were saying as if it was truth, but nobody knows for certain.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's still a theory. Did you know that the term conspiracy theorist was? Oh, I got a little
You okay?
French fry in my throat. The term conspiracy theorist was invented by the CIA.
Really?
Those two words together. Yeah, because if you think about it, like, they have such a weird connotation. Like, conspiracy theorist, you're a theorist. It's like, it's not grounded in any kind of fact. Immediately, when you think of conspiracy theorists, what do you think of? You think of Randy Quaid. You think of
Randy Quaid
living in his
who's crazy
living in
now.
a bunker.
Have you seen any new Randy Quaid stuff? He's wild.
No, I haven't seen it, but I'll never forget. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. A video surfaced where it was Randy Quaid. He was shooting it with, like, his laptop camera. Randy Quaid and his wife.
Yeah.
And he had a big old beard, and he makes his wife put on a mask of the owner of Fox Network, Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, he has sex with his wife.
No.
Like doggy style.
No.
And he's looking in the camera, and he's like, "You like that, Rupert? Take that, Rupert." You can look it up. It's disturbing, and I'll never forget that. It was a great piece of video art.
I never
if
thought
I
that.
may say so.
Well, I guess, if you come up with a character like Cousin Eddie, you got it in you to, have sex with your wife with a Rupert Murdoch mask on.
Did he come up with that character, or was that?
No, I don't think so. I think John Hughes came up with that one. I think that's what that was. Because he wrote...
Oh, wait.
Or did he write that? Yeah, John Hughes wrote that, yeah.
John Hughes wrote that movie.
Yes,
John Hughes, he wrote some of the... I mean, what an amazing filmmaker.
Fun fact, I knew the man and loved the man. He was a really great guy.
How did you know him? People don't know you.
My dad is the actor John Candy, and John worked on... oh God, I can't. Maybe
Trains, Planes.
Yeah, well, a ton of movies.
Automobiles.
I know they worked the most together. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but yep, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Uncle Buck.
Oh yeah, great movie.
He was in Home Alone. He was in.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I heard.
But he wrote Home Alone, right?
Yeah.
He didn't direct it. That was Chris Columbus, I think.
Yeah, that was Chris Columbus. He wrote Home Alone, and Chris Columbus directed Home Alone. I think that's what it is. Not an expert on the work, but definitely loved the man. He was a really great guy, and super nice to me and my mom and sister, and miss him every day.
I remember you when we were doing Chowchilla, the short film that we made that we took to Raindance. When we were looking for songs, you told me that you had an iPod or something that John Hughes gave you, or what?
Yeah, that was crazy. He had given me... Well, he just was really into music. That was his thing. He was really infatuated with genres of music, and this was pre-Spotify.
His soundtracks were incredible.
Yeah. This is all pre-Spotify and all of this stuff. So he would be on the iTunes store, and then he would be scrounging through the internet for online record stores, and he was buying records and buying and downloading music, and then finding rare cuts of songs. And he had
wow.
And when I would talk to him, he would just be like, he was basically retired, so that's how he was spending a lot of his time researching music. So that guy knew more about country music than anyone else I knew, or he was really into reggae and Jamaican music, classical music. But he would fill up these CDs, and then eventually they turned into iPods, and he gave me this really cool little iPod Nano that I think I have in this car. Maybe when I get up to the coffee shop here, I'll pull it out. Man, he would play some awesome. He filled it up for me basically, and then I had this thing, and it was an awesome gift to get an iPod back in that day. And then after he passed, I went up, and I was really bummed, devastated when he passed. Went up to my radio show, another thing I do, KXLU, noise pollution, on Wednesday nights, and I just played the iPod. And just like let it go on shuffle, and it was so cool, and it was just very fulfilling and gratifying to like kind of, because I felt people didn't know that about him, like that he had such an awesome taste in music.
Yeah.
So I love spreading that information because he was just so knowledgeable. It was insane. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, he was a great guy.
What a cool thing.
Yeah.
Cool thing to get.
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm still friends with his 2 sons. They're great guys. And their families.
Are his sons? Are they in the entertainment business as well, or?
No, they're one is a very talented musician, and the other is a very talented writer, but primarily does story work, print, and newspaper article stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, they're both in Chicago. And they got good
Nice.
families. Oh, pulling up to a Starbucks. Oh, Coffee Bean.
Yeah, and I just realized my GoPro, when it reset, it went back to 1080p, but that's okay. We'll make sure it's a 4K
Yeah.
timeline. We'll increase the size.
Hey, how are you?
Look, there's
Can I get
there's
a
gonna-
decaf?
oh, now you're getting-
iced coffee,
okay.
please, or like a decaf iced
Now you're
Americano
getting
with a little
a-
coconut milk,
How do I?
decaf.
iced.
Wait, like,
I'll do
What?
a medium.
okay. So anyway, Chris is ordering right now, and I'm gonna take over the podcast because he's getting a little decaf
yeah, that's good.
iced latte.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
All right,
that'll
thank
be
you.
$32.50. Chris,
No, it was not 32. Yeah.
why decaf? That's gross. Don't you want the caffeine? Isn't
no,
that the point of
because
coffee?
I realized when
Wait, you like the taste?
I love the taste of coffee. Fucking
That's
love
like loving the taste of beer. Who loves the taste of beer?
Oh, I love the taste of beer.
Alcoholics. Oh, you're one of those people?
What, you don't like the taste of beer?
I don't need it. No, I drink it to get fucked up, you know?
Yeah,
I drink
right.
it to get fucked up, blacked out.
That's why I drink like hard alcohol. Beer is like very. I gotta hide my credit card. Don't want anyone.
Oh yeah, don't show your credit card.
Yeah. hold
So I
on.
just want to like check in with you. You got everything? Everything's working out for you?
I've been great
You
so
know,
far.
with
You're
your
the
recording,
Yeah.
your audio. I know. I've been having the technical issues.
Yeah.
This always happens to me. Whenever I act cocky, like I'm the
That's
big
nice.
know-it-all of, then like life takes a shit on me. It kicks me in the teeth. I got these stupid. This GoPro I'm using is like 5 years old. It's a
Thank you.
pile of. Whoa, cashback
Yeah, decaf,
$32.50, huh? Hey,
315.
decaf,
Yeah.
huh?
Thanks. I'm doing a
315,
podcast
three-
right now. You want to be on it?
I think I'm good.
Yeah,
All right.
get him on the
I got way
podcast.
nervous, but did you want a receipt?
Yeah, no, I'm all right.
Tell him
thanks.
to put his head in.
No, he's.
Get him on the podcast.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. No, he doesn't want to be. It's okay, and I respect that. Thank you so much.
All right, all right. All right, well,
It's just fun.
one day we'll get a Starbucks guy on the... Wait, you're at the Coffee Bean or the Starbucks?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I
You
got.
didn't even hear what I said.
I got coffee.
You're at the
bean.
Coffee Bean?
I got
Coffee Bean.
coffee bean.
What is the difference between a Coffee Bean and a Starbucks in terms of quality levels?
They're both pretty similar.
Yeah.
Did you
Pure
know?
shit.
Did you know that Coffee Bean was bought by a Filipino company?
Starbucks?
No, the same company that Jollibee.
Oh, Jollibee.
Yeah, the company that owns Jollibee bought Coffee Bean.
Oh, Jesus. My
See-
mic... I'm
Oh.
using a fucking sandbag to hold the mic stand, and the sandbag just... I'm having all kinds of technical issues over here, Chris. This is a really difficult podcast, let me tell you. It is fun, though. I tell people, I'm doing a podcast. They're like, oh, yeah, what's your podcast
Yeah, and then
about?
I tell
I'm
them.
like, it's in my car, and Chris is in his car. What are you guys going to talk about? I don't know.
We have no idea.
We just wanted to change it because everyone's podcast is in your
everyone's
grandma's
podcast-
basement in a studio.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan does it in a float tank smoking DMT. We wanted to do it in LA traffic because who loves traffic? Nobody.
No.
But you know what I gotta say? Talking to my friend Chris in LA traffic, it goes by real quick.
Real fast.
I don't know what I'm talking.
Well,
You ever talk and just like forget how to speak the English language?
I know exactly the feeling. I know it very well. This has
Man,
been
where did
very
language come from?
Where did
Oh wow.
it's
favorite?
What?
What?
No,
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask where you are because I'm getting close to my destination. How far are you from yours?
Look at us. We're both getting close. I'm probably about 5 minutes away from my destination.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go to the office, and then I have to quickly get my camera gear ready because...
What's going on?
John Wesselcouch, a buddy of ours, filmmaker, actor, dude. Everyone's an actor, filmmaker in this town. But John and I are making a little video. We have a Instagram channel called Spooky Bonus, and we're gonna do a little comedic horror film for the the holiday season here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's Halloween's tomorrow, everybody. Okay.
Is it? Yeah, but when you're hearing this podcast,
No, don't
if you
say
hear
it.
Assuming that
When
we got
my
picture
mom
and
or
sound this
your
time,
mom listens to the podcast.
we should call this podcast "What a Blessing," because if we can get through the whole podcast with no technical issues, no car accidents, what a blessing!
What a blessing. Bumper to bumper.
That's stupid.
What a blessing.
Bumper to bumper.
We're gonna get so many other fans from that show. God,
What show?
will have. Well, no, I'm saying if we called it "What a Blessing," I would imagine you could get a lot of people who are into religion.
Like religious people.
Yeah.
You were you raised religious? Did you go to church as a kid?
I was raised Catholic, but I'm not a practicing Catholic.
Who is? Am I right?
As a car hits me right now. No.
Oh, there's the guilt. There's the guilt.
I
coming
know
in.
the Catholic guilt. It just exists. You can't just be. I was raised Catholic, but I'm like totally cool with all the religions. I love them all.
Did you ever have like a weird? Oh, speaking of religions, I'm just pulled up to a corner, and Scientology is on every corner.
I'm gonna tell you too.
God.
I know some really cool Scientologists. I've worked with some of them, and they're the
I didn't
nicest.
say that they were not cool.
I know you know.
I was just talking.
I'm just saying
yeah.
that if they want to do that, let them do it.
It's a short life. As long as you're not hurting anybody, do whatever you want. If you want to pray to a cactus and eat peyote and Joshua tree and do linoleum prints, then you can do that. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not judging you.
God, I'm on the west side, and I love it over here.
Did you ever have... I'm on the east side, and I love it over here. Did you ever encounter like a weird priest that like tried to bring you into a room or something like that?
No, I was really fortunate. I didn't have any of that.
You weren't like an altar boy?
But
I could
that's
see you
also...
being an altar boy.
I wanted to be an altar boy because they would always go on
Yeah.
No, here. Want to be an altar boy. And I remember my dad going, "No way." He just said no.
He knew.
He knew, but I didn't know what he knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like,
and
why
he's
not?
like, no. He just said no way.
Oh, man.
And I remember.
And now you know.
And now I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's, again, like why the Catholic Church is fucking crazy, because it's like, you're going to be the moral code for everything, and then you got this going on? No way.
Well, I find that with like everything in life. We live in such a dualistic, hypocritical universe sometimes, where the guy that's on the mountain yelling the loudest about how to be is often the guy that is doing those things. Bill Cosby used to preach about how you don't need to use foul language, and he would often come down on other comics about that.
He totally would.
Look at what
him.
he was doing. The guy's disgusting, and it's just like, it's weird. Maybe it's a weird coping mechanism. They know they're doing something wrong, so they're almost talking to themselves in a way.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
It's a weird system we live in. Yeah, I don't trust anyone that's like overly nice or overly anything, because I feel like as human beings we're everything. We're not just one thing. Just be real. Just be real. And that's what this podcast is all about. This podcast is about being real, driving around, cruising the town. And guess what, Chris? I'm about to pull into my office parking lot. I'm pulling up right now.
Fucker. All right. Well, I'm
you.
close. I'm close, but I could have gotten to my place very quick, but I wanted this to be a good podcast, and so I'm close to the studio now. So.
Nice. Well, I'm pulling in,
Okay.
and that was a pretty good one. Yeah, I felt like that was a good official first episode of Bumper to Bumper, you know?
Yeah, it had all the bells and whistles.
I'm feeling pretty good. It had all the bells. I didn't have any more camera issues. That was the only issue. Hopefully we didn't lose that much. I periodically check in on the camera, so I think we did good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat my Chick-fil-A, and I'm gonna go make a short film, and we'll catch you guys on the next one, right?
Catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in to Bumper to Bumper.
Oh, you know what else? I think every episode should end with us like getting out of the car. So whoever comes, pulls up to their spot first, they like get out of the
All
car.
right,
It's
all
like
right.
super artistic. So I'm gonna
Okay.
get out of my car, but
All
then
right.
I'm gonna have to get back in to get the audio gear. But anyway, it was great talking
This
to you,
is
Chris.
great.
I
All right,
hope,
Rick. That was fun.
I hope you have a good band practice.
Thanks, man. Have a great night tonight.
All right,
Bye.
see you, man. Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.